Welcome to SAK Friday. Each Friday we review a Swiss Army knife or one of its equivalents from X-Tool, Leatherman, or Roxanne. Then we do a review of the knife and we talk about how it is being used by me, what I might do to actually improve it or change it, maybe what are some of the alternatives that someone might want to have instead of using this. Let's start off with the basics. The Walker is a 2-layer Swiss Army knife. It is 84 millimeters long, which means that it is between the 58 and the 91 millimeter ones. The Walker is discontinued, but you might be able to find it in places like eBay or some knife shops would carry it still. Don't expect any of them to be around in 2025 though, that are new unless someone is hoarding them. The height of it, which is this direction here, is about a half an inch. The length is 3.3 inches across, and the width here is about 0.9 inches. You can see on the sheet of paper, I've converted that to millimeters. The weight is 1.6 ounces or 46 grams, which makes it one of the lightest SAKs that there is, implements on it. And that lightness can be attributed to it being just a little shorter than the 91 millimeters, which also might be one of reasons why it is no longer being made, because all these middle sizes seem to be getting faded out by Victorinox. Now, it does come with a large blade and a saw. And the saw is very good, like on most Victorinoxes. And the knife is pretty nice also. The one thing that I would love to have Victorinox do, and I think it's true for a lot of people, would say is just to improve the steel on like their main blade. It is one of the blades that, it is a very nice blade. It is easy to sharpen, but it does need a lot of sharpening if you use it a lot. Now it has what is called the combo tool here. This combo tool has multiple tools on it. Right here, if you can see, that's where you could do a wire stripper. And if you look at here, right there, you might see how curved that is in there. That curve in there allows it to be able to be both kind of like a little pry bar, but also a little scraper at the same time. It's also a slotted screwdriver, and it fits a number 2 Phillips very well. Then you also have a bottle opener, or here, cap lifter. And because of the sharpness that this comes down to in here, if you can see that there, you can actually use it to open up lots of cans, if you ever come across that. And of course, because it is a Swiss Army knife, you do get the toothpick and tweezers, which I'm not going to pull out. We all have seen tweezers on a SAK quite often, and also the toothpick. There is nothing on the back side. One of the things that I heard that they thought about was putting a little nail file on the back. I don't think that they're going to be doing that now. No, I consider the Walker to be a kind of what I call a picnicking tool. It is a tool that you would take with you when like you're walking in the woods on like a day trip or in a forested area, and you want to bring out your lunch to sit down and eat it. You know, you can use it to cut meat. You can cut your sandwiches. You can cut your apple or orange or pomegranate or whatever you have. And this blade is more than great for that. You can use the saw to cut off a little piece of wood, and then you can use the large blade to whittle a little sculpture, a wooden sculpture that you can remember on your trip. Just pick up a piece of wood that's already on the ground, and then saw it to make sure it is of the right size for you. The Victorinox Walker is a really versatile multi-tool that is well suited for a variety of individuals. If you're an outdoor enthusiast like myself, you could take it with you, especially if you need something that is light and minimalist. If you're at home and you're a DIYer, the tip will come in handy for Phillips and slot it to be able to do that. to put them on and take them off. Car travelers might like this. Something that you can put inside your car, because they were relatively inexpensive. They were less than $25 for a lot of the time that they were on market. And then that way you can just pull it out in case you need a small knife. Past stated, the walker is no longer being made, but if you want something similar, look at the Victorinox hiker. Now, the other two to think about are something like the Boker Tech Tool 2 or the Nextool 10-in-1 single. The Nextool 10-in-1 single will remind people of the Leatherman P2, that is that single-bladed Leatherman. And so that was one to consider also. All those will have many more implements than this one would have, and much heavier. Now, I like this tool, and to improve it, the only thing that I would do to actually improve this, it's not going to happen, is to add scissors and to add a better blade to it. That would make this really nice. If someone wanted to keep it minimal, which is just with these three things, then I would just keep it like this. Possibly they could add just a nicer blade. A nicer blade means less sharpening. I want to thank you for being here today. Please remember to like and subscribe. This is Haku EDC, and I will see you all in the future.